I never wanted to say this about Edwin Sifuna, but because you've asked me, I think I will say it. For your information, Sifuna and I were circumcised in the same year. He is my age mate whom we share a lot of things in common. And in our culture, I am not, if I fight with Sifuna, then a goat must be slaughtered, because we are commonly known as Bakoki. We all belong to an age set called Vasawa. People were circumcised between the years of 1996 and 1998. So we have such a strong bond. Yeah? If I would circumcise my boy, I have to give Sifuna a cow. You know, if Sifuna's son comes to my compound here during that rite of passage, I have to give them a goat. And I never wanted to say this, but I'm going to say this. The discussion of forming a broad-based government began many months behind the date that it was announced. There was an agreement that ODM will forward experts to join government. And there were many names of the potential cabinet ministers that were to be considered. And Edwin Sifuna's name was there. As the Secretary General of the party, his name was there. Then somehow, his name was removed because his leaders preferred Wycliffe Oparanya. And they felt like they should not have two names from the Mulembe nation as experts. So that is how Edwin Sifuna's name was removed. Of course, there were many discussions and many lobbying. I happen to have been among the people that Sifuna approached just to ensure that we push his name through so that he can be appointed cabinet minister. But of course, there are very many of other dynamics that are favored Mpesa Oparanya, including an attempt by some people whom we believed were sponsored by Edwin Sifuna to attempt to go to court and argue that Mpesa Oparanya have an active case with EACC and is therefore not fit to be appointed as wherever. But Baba strongly believed that he's either Wycliffe Oparanya or no another person from our region. And that is how Sifuna's name was dropped from that list. And I think that made Sifuna was a bit very bitter. He did not support the whole arrangements, even when he was reading the MOU, knowing that his name was had been removed. He was reading the MOU like he was forced, like as if somebody had put a gun on his head, and that is understood. So whatever Edwin Sifuna says against the broad-based government everywhere, Kenyans should not take it within the seriousness that it deserves, because they should just take it like a jilted lover, like an interested party. And I think from where I sit, Edwin Sifuna is conflicted in talking against a broad-based government because he was an interested party. He's just throwing the vitriol because he was never a beneficiary. But I want to tell you, if his name was among those that were picked for cabinet positions, Sifuna could be a defender of this broad-based government until Jesus comes. So I think the government, the Kenyan people should not read too much in what comes out of Edwin Sifuna, because I have told the country for the first time that Sifuna is a bitter man because his name was removed, and he thought that being the Secretary General of ODM, then he ought to have been the first to be considered an expert for the country. So he has decided now that my expertise were never wanted in the formation of this government. Now he's appearing on TV and all other forums to share his expertise, his wisdom to the rest of the country.
In regards to that, what do you think about Honorable Babu?
You know, let me tell you, Babu Owino is a very strong governor candidate for now. Babu Owino and myself, because of being the people's project, where we have reached, we can win the seats that we are looking for on whatever party, or even without any party. He terrorized the person you've kept mentioning from Nairobi until the guy saw stars. He decided to disappear. And we can only say that the guy living in Nairobi to Bungoma is akin to the proverbial statement that coming out of the frying pan to the fire. It's still the same, still one and the same. So Babu Owino is, if there is a candidate that would give Sakaja sleepless nights, is Babu Owino. Mm-hmm. That one is a fact. And I think Babu Owino and myself, we have some commonalities. Both our opponents, I'm told, are doing opinion polls after every 2 months. Mm-hmm. And consistently for the last 2 years, I think we've been very ahead. That's why they usually abandon projects, this one to the other, one to the other, that one to the other. And the difference between Babu Owino and myself is that Babu Owino is a very small difference. Yeah. Babu Owino has 2 university degrees. I have 2 university degrees. Mm-hmm. He has 2 master's degrees. I have 2 master's degrees. I am also a PhD finalist. Mm-hmm. By December, I will have completed my PhD in public administration.
Congratulations.
And I think we are one of the most educated leaders in our country. And we have the courage to navigate along the political murky waters. This is our time. We are youthful. We have the intelligence of an old man, and we have the charisma of that leader that is required, that our country needs to take our country forward. And I think looking at the things that are happening in our country, all those leaders who were in Kano, the best of them is William Samoei Ruto. All those leaders who came from Kanu, who germinated during Kanu regime, the best of them is William Samoei Ruto. So when William Samoei Ruto completes his term of 10 years by 2032, all those who were in Kanu, Kalonzo Musyoka, name them, all of them, they should all retire and go home, so that we can usher in a crop of leaders who germinated during Kibaki and Uhuru Kenyatta. And so that we can try to now give our country a new dimension of our political leadership. So all those who were in Kanu, Kalonzo Musyoka, Raila Odinga, all of them, once William Ruto completes his 10-year term in 2032, they should all not bother us. They should just all pack and leave.
Yes.